So the question says, if the right hand limit of this is equal to non-zero real number, then we have to find out the value of the real number a, right? So let's see. Here, I'm going to convert this given expression 1 minus x raised to 1 by x as the exponent of e. Then from there, we are going to do the interpretation by converting them into logarithms and then using exponential series expansion, right? So that is what we'll be doing here. So let's expand this one. So limit extends to 0 plus that they have given. So this term I'm writing as e raised to log 1 minus x raised to 1 upon x minus e raised to minus 1 upon x raised to n. So that we know e raised to log is also going to be the same term only. So that is what we got here. So now from this, if I take e raised to minus 1 common, that will come out. So we'll be getting limit extends to 0 plus, and this is going to come as 1 upon e, and this will ultimately become e raised to 1 plus, and this again 1 by x will come out of the logarithm as a multiplication. So here we are going to get this one as 1 by x into ln 1 minus x and minus 1 this whole upon x raised to a, right? So this is what the expression that we are going to get. Then we are simplifying. So now this 1 by e is going to be a constant, so we can simply take that out of the limit and then we can do the interpretation of the remaining things. So let's see that one. So this one we are writing here as limit extends to 0 plus, and as I told that 1 upon e will come out, and the remaining terms that we have here is e raised to 1 plus ln 1 minus x upon x minus 1. So this is what we had the terms here, right? And we have 1 upon x raised to a. So what I'm trying to do here, I'll be introducing the same term in the denominator. That will be 1 plus ln 1 minus x upon x, divide with that one. So I'm going to multiply also. That will be 1 plus ln 1 minus x upon x. So divide and multiply with the same term. So this is what we are going to do. So now why we are doing this one? So if you actually observe, so this limit, when you take limit extends to 0, this is going to come as e raised to 0. That will be 1 minus 1. That is going to be 0 by 0 form. So the value of this limit is going to be directly equal to 1. So if I separate the limit and apply this limit 0 plus to this, that is going to give you as 1. Then if I write the limit to the second set of terms, I'm going to get this one as limit extends to 0 plus. So what are the terms that remained here? So we have a 1 upon x raised to a multiplied with 1 plus ln 1 minus x upon x. So just take the LCM here. We are going to get that one as x plus ln 1 minus x upon, this is going to come as x raised to a plus 1. Okay, so now this everything is going to come as 1 upon x. So now we have to concentrate what will happen to this one. So here we are going to use simple expansion, and from there we are going to interpret the answers. So let's see that one. So that is 1 upon e, limit extends to 0 plus, and we have x plus and log 1 minus x. So the expansion of log 1 minus x is going to be minus x square upon 2 minus x cube upon 3 and so on. So upon this one is going to be equal to x raised to a plus 1, right? We are simply using log 1 plus x, where we are going to have the expansion as x plus x square by 2 plus x cube by 3, so on. So, but in the question we have ln 1 minus x. So in the place of the plus x, we are going to substitute minus x, then we are going to get this expansion. Okay, so now this everything is going to be equal to 1 by e limit extends to 0 plus. So if you expand this one, this x and x gets cancelled. So we are going to get this one as minus x square upon 2 minus x cube upon 3. Then we are going to have minus x raised to 4 upon 4 till infinite terms. And in the denominator, we have this one as x raised to a plus 1. And in the question, they have said this is going to be a non-zero finite number. This is going to be a non-zero finite number. So now, one thing that you can directly see, to get the answer as a finite number, the degree, the smallest exponent of the numerator should be same as the smallest exponent of the denominator. For example, if this is going to be, this exponent is 10, let's say if this exponent is 10, so obviously when we divide x square by x raised to 10, we are going to get that as something upon 0 that will become an infinite. That is not a finite limit that we are going to get here. So the exponent of this one should, the exponent of this one should not be bigger than the smallest exponent, right? Smallest power from the numerators. So a plus 1 cannot be bigger than 2, that we can say. Now what happens if this a plus 1 is smaller than 2? For example, if this is simply x, then when you divide x square by x, we are going to get x, and when you substitute limit x tends to 0, we are going to get the answer as 0. So overall limit answer is going to become 0 if a plus 1 is going to be smaller than 2, but they are saying it is non-zero, so a plus 1 cannot be smaller than 2. And if a plus 1 is bigger than 2, a plus 1 is bigger than 2, so when we divide this x square term with x raised to a plus 1 term, we are going to get the answer as not finite, but they are saying it is a finite. So x cannot be small, a plus 1 cannot be smaller than 2, a plus 1 cannot be bigger than 2, so that actually means a plus 1 value should be equal to 2. So then only we are going to get our finite answer, because all these terms will become 0 now. But when we do minus x square by 2 upon this is going to be x square, so that is going to give you the answer as minus 1 by 2. So we'll be getting the limit answer as minus 1 upon 2e, which is going to be a non-zero finite number, right? So that is exactly what they're asking in the question. So the answer for a is going to be 1 as the answer for this one. So here we have to just do the interpretations, how to get the required answer non-zero and finite, and from there we are getting the answer for a as 1.